evening, ladies and gentlemen. You see what I did there? Welcome back to another fun, frightening, festive.
Oh, festive.
Maybe. And fiery episode of Saturday Night Nightmare! Yes, the howling of the wolf. We gonna get this shit started.
Oh, yeah.
What do we got today?
Funny you say started. I think you might want to say fire started. Tonight we are watching the 1984 classic, Stephen King classic of Firestarter.
I swear this is not scripted.
It really isn't. It really isn't.
You can't make this shit up. Anyway, go ahead.
Starring my favorite actress.
And Doppelganger.
Yes, people say that I look like Drew Barrymore. I don't see it so much these days, but I do see it from when I was a kid.
As we can see.
Look at the pictures.
Look at these pictures. Come on now.
So, yes. And this is a classic. It's about a young girl with
pyrokinetic abilities.
Yes. Gauging towards fire.
Yeah.
Is it pyrotechnic?
Yeah.
Pyrokinetic. I just made that up. Anyway. I'm going to stop blabbering now. Oh, also it has Martin
Sheen?
Yeah, Martin Sheen.
David Keith, Heather Locklear.
A 1984 Heather Locklear, so she must be pretty young in this too.
Big ass hair, probably.
Probably. I mean,
she was a fox when she was younger. Nowadays, not so much. But
she's all right now. All right. Anyway,
we're gonna get this thing started with Firestarter.
Listen to that synthesized VHS intro.
I feel like we're watching a blockbuster movie.
Exactly.
You know what he looks like? What's his name? Jared Padalecki?
Jared Padalecki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
What? Whoa. Whoa! Woo! He's all like, God damn it. No, I'm good for now.
Single file.
Yeah.
Just like Indian.
Here, does this smell like chloroform to you?
Kill my wife. You're blind.
Bruh, like this. That's some powerful ass shit.
Is capable of creating a nuclear explosion simply by the power of her will.
God damn.
Is it?
Top of the line government vehicles.
I want you to work the road further down.
Well, because they're top men.
Who? Top men.
2.
I don't need your gun.
Like,
Set a blade.
I got this.
Pull my juice box.
You interrupted snack time. I get very upset when I don't get my snack. Get him! I knew it wasn't, but that looked like Adam West for a second.
Oh! Too much Vaseline. Whoa!
Follow me here.
Uh-oh.
Right over here.
Wow, you mean to tell me that they work for the shop?
Well, are they on wanted posters or anything?
All right, good.
She's pissed off walking in bunny slippers.
Chief, another white man.
Like, I can't tell if he wants... Like,
Wants her for one thing
or like, just wants her as, like, a daughter or something.
I have to talk to you.
No.
I'll tell you in the hall.
Sure.
Too bad Martin Sheen's a terrible shot.
Oh, right
In the neck.
fucking neck.
Uh-huh.
She focused on someone. Oh, it's a fireball!
Yup.
Oh, shit! Way younger than her. Things are bouncing right off of her. Fucking fireball! Yeah!
Hey.
Jesus Christ!
They not buy that little girl new clothes yet. So, how did we feel?
That fireballs from a 5-year-old. Oh man, where do I begin? That was slightly entertaining.
Only slightly.
It was entertaining when it came to the powers, because like seriously,
Yeah.
I mean seriously, the story itself is very straightforward,
Yeah.
which is what you expect in certain movies like this.
Yeah.
It's very... It's funny. This story is very not Stephen King, in a way.
That's the funniest thing, though, because people expect a certain thing out of Stephen King, and then they forget that he does have different feels.
No.
No, like, his stories will have different, flows and feels.
True.
Depending on what stage in his career he was in when he wrote it.
But, okay. Every author of a story has a niche that they do. What's her name?
Anne Rice.
Anne Rice. What's her name? George R. Martin. J.K. Rowling. All these different people who write stories. They have a certain niche, and he has one.
Okay.
And the thing is, And I've seen it in other movies, even movies that most people would say it's not like him.
Mhm.
But even in those, I see it. This one, it like, I don't know. It's not a bad thing. It's something different for me, which is good.
Okay, so I'm going to make an assumption here, and please correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Of when you say it doesn't seem like Stephen King, because you're expecting things like The Shining, It, even to an extent Pet Sematary, that kind of very obvious horror feel. Is that what you're sort of saying? Okay.
No.
Because this, Stand By Me, what's the other one that it was like a huge series, The Dark Tower?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Those all have a more subtle horror to it.
Right. Okay.
So, I'm curious why this doesn't feel like Stephen King.
And even with movies like Stand By Me, or whatchamacallit's like Stand By Me and Dark Tower and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Again, those are things that has I guess a certain trademark of his. Again, I like to reiterate, there's nothing wrong with the fact
No,
that.
no, I'm just trying to get an idea.
I do like the fact that, because the thing is, okay, he, in his movies, in majority of his movies, they're very, they almost seemingly have a sort of ish pessimistic third act. Like the way it ends sometimes, some of his movies, they almost have like almost a daunting feel, in a way. Like the like something worse can always happen type thing. Pet Sematary, The Shining, they all had their own endings that didn't seem like a good ending can come from it.
Well, I'm gonna do one of those things. Well, actually, the actual stories of The Shining actually does end kind of on a happy note, which you do get to see in the Shining miniseries that Stephen King himself directed. That, and I'm gonna get so blasted for this, that Stanley Kubrick didn't fuck up.
I mean, I think that's very world renowned that he fucked up.
Kubrick fucked that story so badly because he was too busy stroking his own dick and making a political commentary. Now, mind you, Jack Nicholson was fan-fucking-tastic. It was a creepy movie, but it wasn't the story, which is why Stephen King remade it as a 2-part miniseries in the mid to, I think it was like 97, 98. I have it.
So kind of right after the It miniseries was done.
It was done in 95.
Yeah, so right after. Yeah.
No, it wasn't right after. I was in high school, so it was probably 98. Might have been 99.
Right after, as in it's after the miniseries that he did. It's another miniseries.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
When I think of right after, I mean like within a year.
No.
Okay, whatever. But Stephen King's actual story of it does end on a good note. Yes, Jack does die. And sorry, spoilers for anyone who hasn't read the book or seen the miniseries.
You got ample time to do it, so. Jack
actually sacrifices himself because the real Jack Torrance comes back through for a shining moment, no pun intended, to tell Danny to get out, get his mom, get them out, because he forgets about resetting the boiler, and he purposely runs, and his the bad side comes back in and is like, oh no, the boiler, and he runs back down to the basement to dump the boiler to relieve the pressure, because it's a steam boiler, and if you don't dump the pressure, it will explode, taking the whole damn place with it. So Jack has an internal battle where he finally, the good Jack, comes through and beats it, so that he sacrifices himself to save his family. They get out. Halloran doesn't die, and they go on that Dick and the kid and the mother live on, and Halloran becomes like a second dad to him. He graduates high school and goes on to have a fairly normal life until we see him in Dr. Sleep later on. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they do have these, he does tend to have these little, like, strange happy endings. Mm-hmm. So there's that. This, yes, her father dies, but then she does go and get to have that normal life with the couple on the farm.
But that, see,
you're saying pessimistic endings, and I'm not understanding what you're saying.
As I was saying about this before you went on this, the Shining thing, this movie has that particular, like, good ending. I'm talking about other movies of Stephen King. Right. Anyway, this is my opinion.
No, I know. And I'm just trying to understand what you mean.
If you let me get to it. So basically, this movie, in every single movie that I've seen of Stephen King's, I'm either creeped out, confused, mildly disturbed, or in shock. I've only had one of those in this movie, and that's what's the shock part. Mm-hmm. Everything else,
with the fireballs.
Yeah, everything. Well, not even just the fireballs. It's other things too, but other parts I was laughing.
Yeah.
And I don't laugh in any Stephen King movie.
Did you laugh during Stand By Me?
Maybe chuckled, but not like out loud laughing like this one. Like, I found this movie extremely humorous, but at the same time, it was...
But it wasn't meant to be humorous.
I found it humorous in certain areas, because the thing is, just because the director or the author is not meaning for this to be humorous, different people's point of views of the story, like different readers or different viewers, they have a different personality. All of them,
right?
And they're all gonna take it different ways when they read it or watch it. But anyway, I did like this movie. That's one thing I can say about it, and it was very entertaining. I found that Drew Barrymore was actually really good. She got to, most kids her age back then wasn't able to act the way she does,
like with that range,
right? And she acts pretty good for the age she was in. But then again, she was always told that she was very mature for her age. And like I said, for a very melancholy type story, I guess that would be the term.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a very bland or melancholy type story.
I wouldn't say bland, but
I say it was kind of bland only because it's a story that's been told over and over and over again.
Government experiment.
Yes, government experiments.
It had a Scanner's feel.
Yeah, government experiments on people, and then the government trying to get them back for some reason. Like, it's been done for decades.
Right.
And it's been washed over and over, rinsed and repeat all the time. But the difference with this and some other ones is that, especially this one has like, it has that tone that, okay, yeah, I can kind of laugh in certain episodes, certain parts of the movie, but I also have this like deep remorse for like the characters,
which
like,
is
I
what
feel,
you're supposed to feel.
yeah, like I feel extremely bad for this father and daughter,
yes,
you know, and the shit that they got to go through. And then even I do wish that we had more, I guess, a little bit more backstory, but I guess they didn't want to over flood the movie with that, which, again, I can get that with the time slot that they had for
that
it.
was one of the reasons why you would actually end up seeing a lot of Stephen King stories become miniseries,
so you could tell more of the story, because
that way you could tell more of the story,
right?
Because, you know, you're thinking, I don't think Firestarter was one of his short stories, but I think it was a normal novel. But even things like, you know, you're looking at a book that's in paperback this thick that they're trying to get into 2 hours. So I haven't read Firestarter, the book, yet, but it's possible that we might get that extra
probably
in the book.
But I feel that even without the extra backstory that was told, that I feel would have been nice to be told. At the same time, I don't mind it so much because I get it.
Right.
It's fairly simple.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
In the beginning, I thought she killed her mom. That's what I thought.
Right.
Until they showed what happened. And I was like, oh, why the hell would those government guys just put her in the closet like a serial killer in a horror movie? Though?
Right.
But anyway, I digress.
Well, and you know, what's funny is that what you were feeling is exactly what was intended to be felt. You were supposed to cheer for and feel sorry for these characters that had to do terrible things to survive.
Yeah.
And all they wanted to do is just be left the fuck alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were defending themselves. But like, I do have one follow-up question. The parts that you were laughing at, were you laughing at the story and what was happening in the movie, or the quality of the movie? It was items that happened in the story, right, that you were laughing at?
Yeah, it was the story itself, not the quality of the movie. Really.
Okay.
I mean,
I just wanted to make sure, like, that's...
No, because the thing is, going into a movie that's below 95.
Yeah.
I don't expect much. I don't expect much. So I just I basically pay attention more to the story and to the characters more than but the thing is, with me doing that, things like the fireball catch me off guard.
Right,
I'm like, holy shit, that was a fireball. And then, you know, just the practical effects with the pyrotechnics was great.
Were amazing.
It was great.
Movie.
And you know, I really give those guys, like, anyone before the Terminator 2 Judgment Day era, I give them credit, man, because like the stop motion guys, these pyrotechnic guys, like the
model builders.
the model builders, the creature builders, you know, all those guys, man.
Yeah.
I give them so much credit because that's a lot of hard work, and you don't even and of course
you get one chance to blow something up.
Yep.
One.
Platoon. If you have watched Platoon, and you see what I'm talking about.
Wasn't there a whole story about that? They blew it up before.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was Forrest Gump. We were watching that on.
Yeah. But they played that off also in Tropic Thunder.
Right. Yes.
How they blew up too early and whatnot.
Yeah.
It cost millions of dollars, as it does. But no, they those guys, they get that one shot to do that one perfect masterpiece shot.
Yeah.
And the thing is, at that time, they're not caring whether it's going to look right in 40 years or not. You know, at the moment, when it comes out in the theaters, that's where it matters to them.
Yep.
And you know, does this movie, test the, you know, is this movie like kind of good for the times of now? No, it doesn't have the quality. It doesn't have the quality like movies now. But if people were to just pay attention to all the things that went into this movie, and you know, like I said, even though it is a melancholy type story, the characters within the story is what made it better.
Well, yes, of course.
But sometimes that's not always the case.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Like sometimes it's just the way the story is written is what carries the story well,
right.
And not the characters so much. Because sometimes there's some movies where you don't even care about the characters. You're like,
yeah,
what?
Oh yeah.
I don't like.
I've read some books like that where I was just like,
yeah, you know,
the original, the actual novel of Jaws.
I remember you telling me
felt that way about. I didn't care about any character in there except for the shark and Quint. They were the only, and Quint was even more horrid in the book than he is in the movie.
That's from what I hear, yeah.
But like, he was the only one that was real. Like
everyone was so one note.
Not even it wasn't even that they were one note. They were just terrible people. Brody's wife ends up fucking Hooper.
Oh wow!
They end up having an affair because it's actually,
this person had issues when I wrote this.
Right. So fun. Sorry, all the tirades tonight, but like, Brody was an Islander, and actually, Islanders were looked down upon. Because it was the rich, snooty people that would come in just for the summer. Mm-hmm. And so, Brody was an Islander. Ellen's family were the rich people. Mm-hmm. And she falls in love with him over a summer. And they get together and she marries him. But she misses her hoity-toity lifestyle. And Hooper comes in, this spoiled rich kid, and they end up fucking. Yeah, it's terrible. But Brody's an asshole in the book as well. It's crazy. Anyway, 99% of the time, books are better than the movies. That is my PSA. The more you know. I think I've killed my future husband.
Oh, good.
Next episode will be from the grave.
That's up. I mean, we went from Firestarter to Shining to Jaws.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were watching a triple threat today.
inside the Saturday Night Nightmare studio.
But
Crimson Adams hot takes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I liked the movie.
Yes. She didn't talk about the movie, so go ahead.
I never talked about this movie. No, I do like this movie. There is a little lull spot, like, that I did find myself, like, a little, like, drooping because it's late. But I love Drew Barrymore's performance. I mean, at this point, so this was made in 84, we said?
Yeah.
At this point, she's 10 years old. The actress is 10 years old. And she just has this way of, you know, of course, with the ability of a 10-year-old at the time as well.
9.
Not.
She was born in 75.
Oh, I thought we said she was 6 years older than I was. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yes.
Yes. But 10, 9, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know why I keep forgetting I was born in 81 and not 80, because I guess even numbers are better in my brain right now. It's been a long, like, 3 days. So yeah. She gave that range of heartbreak and betrayal and anger, like rage. And you really felt bad for her. And, let's not forget about her dad.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was his name?
David Keith.
David Keith.
I can't forget that name.
Right, because of the whole Keith David thing as well.
Yep.
All right.
Cedric put that in my head.
David Keith. He's always good, and he is one of those Stephen King favorites. Like I said before, he was in Pet Sematary, and he just has a nice, like, a nice way of portraying these characters that are loving fathers, but also have those dark spots in them.
Mm-hmm.
God, George C. Scott was a rotten motherfucker, man.
But George C. Scott,
like, to betray a 6-year-old.
I wanted him to, like, blow up to pieces.
I did too. I wanted, like, it to look like he got hit with a grenade.
Yeah.
But yeah. And at first I totally thought he was like, oh, I want to bring her to her greatest I'm like, whoa, you're a perv.
Nope, all he wanted to do was just kill her.
It's weird.
I mean, and then we found out he's an exterminator of these people, so that kind of makes sense now.
Yeah. So, like I said, my favorite part was pyrotechnics. And the acting.
Okay.
I'm like done.
Okay.
I'm like done.
So, the verdict is... I'm gonna give it
You give it an 8?
I'll give it a 7.
I was thinking 7 at first, too. Yeah.
7!
7!
Yes. So, thank you guys for watching
this very convoluted episode of Saturday Night Nightmare.
It's okay. You know why? I've realized when we have discussions like that, people throw their opinions in the comments.
I am going to get crucified for that Stanley Kubrick.
You guys, if you guys feel any
type of way
against her saying how Stanley Kubrick fucked up The Shining, put it in the comments down below.
Just
Trust
don't
me,
get too personal.
Hey, you get put too.
No trolling. It's not you that would get trolled.
That's not true. You know why? Because I agree. He did fuck up the movie.
Fucked up that story so bad.
But, you can... yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys tune in next week. Mm-hmm. Next weekend for another Saturday Night Nightmare. Tune in to all our social medias, which is, we have, of course, the one on Instagram. That is Saturday Night Nightmare. And then our True Story Bro ones that you already know. Also, our merch store. If you want to support us and support our streaming services, and support our snacks.
But mainly the streaming services.
And if you just want some, cool stuff to wear.
Drink out of.
Or drink out of. Or wear and drink out of. Yeah, okay. Just go to our link in the description down below. Or you can reach us on, or you can go here. I'll put it up here, like I usually would. And also, as usual, go to our wonderful sponsors. Forever and always, Wild Bill's Craft Beverages.
Mm-hmm.
You already know what they got. I don't need to say it. But as you can see, they
have yummy things.
Yes, they have yummy things and wonderful mugs that will last you a lifetime.
The mugs aren't so yummy; they'll break your teeth, but they're good to drink out of.
Just go to drinkwildbills.com
Shit on purpose.
and put in the code True Story Bro to get yourself some money off. Because trust me, everybody's living by the pennies and the dimes, and we're trying to save you some money. But other than that, I ain't got nothing else for you. So we're gonna keep it real.
We're gonna keep it spooky.
And as always, we're gonna keep it real spooky. See you guys next week. Get out of here, you scamps.
Get off my lawn.